The next piece we're going to play is called Chorale and Canon, written by Anne McGinty. It starts with like a short four-part chorale, which is a nice sort of lyrical section, and then it'll be followed by a canon, which is basically one part, and then it'll be a nearly identical part following that. And at one point, we have 3 different things going on, so there's a lot going on in this song. There's a lot going on in our music department right now. One of the things, and you hopefully received an email recently from me, regarding the Solo Ensemble Festival, which will be taking place on March 15th, 2025. Sorry, the program I left the wrong date on there from last year as far as the 24, but it's actually, the date is correct, March 15th, but it's 2025. So you should be, the goal is by tomorrow, you should be receiving an email about requesting like a time, there's a certain time you need to go. It's going to be in the morning on that Saturday between about 8 a.m. and say 12 p.m. is what we're aiming for. These students are going to be performing either solos or small group ensembles that they will perform for judges, and they will receive some constructive comments. They'll get a rating, but not that day. So it's not the sort of thing they need to wait around for. Once they are done performing, they can go ahead and leave. This is great, and this is a wonderful form of learning, working together with others in a large group. But part of the musical experience here in Sycamore is also working in small groups and becoming confident in your own playing, because we think that really helps all of our ensembles if people are more confident and they're more capable on playing their own part, and they're more accountable for doing that. So that's the information should be coming out either tomorrow or this weekend. I'm probably gonna, you'll have the option of either sending back a paper form, or there will be a Google form that you can fill out to put in any requests for times. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and just schedule your child for a time between 8 and 12. If there's some reason that your child cannot make it that day, we will have them perform on, assuming they tell me ahead of time, they can perform on the Monday or the Tuesday, but they won't get the feedback from the judge, unfortunately. So we really want to get as many students playing on that Saturday as possible. Okay, so anyway, this is Chorale and Canon by Anne McGinty. She's one of the preeminent composers and arrangers for young bands, middle school bands, one of my favorite, and she does her job very well. This is Sea Song Trilogy. Yeah, these guys have come so far in such a small amount of time. And if you got if there's anybody out there, if you know of any students that want to take up a band instrument, it's not quite too late. I mean, we've had students join as late as 7th grade, 8th grade, have gone on to be all-state musicians. So if you know anybody in your circle that you're friends with, let them know. Now, there's ways that they can get involved. It usually involves lessons over the summer, but there's ways that they can catch up in ways and be a contributing member in the band by the time they hit 7th grade. So that said, we make pretty quick progress here. Next year, you'll hear me up here talking about ILMEA and trying out for like all district band and things like that. But you'll get those emails later. You'll get the pushy band director emails later. Our last piece for the 6th grade is a piece that will probably be familiar to your ears. It was written by John Williams originally, and this is Raiders March. Okay, after a job well done, we're going to go ahead. We're going to have Mary, we're going to have you lead down this way. And then Shaylin, we're going to have you come up and around towards the front along with the rest of the first row. Then the second row will file down. You guys know the drill by now. So anyway, but we'll have a very short intermission, and then we'll get going with the 7th grade band. Don't go away. Chase, nice shot. Well done. Eilers, well done. Nice choke in the end. Good job, guys. That's funny. I almost had to jump off the stage and then jump back. I used to be able to do it really well. Now we're not really supposed to do it, and I probably couldn't even if I wanted to. So I have to start training at the gym for that. Anyway, we're back. This is 7th grade band. We're going to be playing a piece by the great Jim Swearingen. He writes very Western-sounding sort of overtures and songs that could sound like they're from a movie once upon a time. I really enjoy, and most importantly, the students really enjoy playing Jim Swearingen songs for that reason. They're very lyrical, fun to sing along with if you know the words, which there are no words, but sing random syllables. What do I care? All right. Except you, 6th grade, be quiet and be a good audience, all right? All right. There you go. Okay. This is Fanfare and Triumph. Before we go any further, I just want to thank a former member of the middle school bands, now a freshman at Sycamore High School. This is Garrison Spencer. His brother's over here in the band, and just like you got the music, yesterday, just did a great job just playing with us right now. He's going to be sitting in on this concert. He's a wonderful musician and a very wonderful human being. So, Mr. Garrison Spencer, everyone. All right. This piece right here is kind of a favorite of mine. It's just such a beautiful melody, with you know. Anyway, it's such a beautiful melody, and these students are capable of playing with such expressiveness, and I'm just really excited for you to hear them do that on this piece. This is All the Pretty Little Horses. And it's also going to feature Mr. Stover sitting in on bells, helping out with the mallet stuff. This is. I love that piece because it's gorgeous melody, but it's also kind of scary. You know, I'm thinking of like Pretty Little Horses with like lasers coming out of their eyes, like, you know, based on that picture right there. For our next piece, David Schaefer, wonderful composer for a young band as well. Before I forget, though, I just want to talk a little bit about the Sycamore Music Boosters. We just had a meeting tonight. We talked a little bit about the successful fundraiser that we just held over at Blooming Gardens. I don't know how many of you are out there, but I know I talked to some of you. It was such a phenomenal event. We had string quartet, madrigals, high school jazz band, as well as a couple of alumni. Dylan Donnelly playing with his dad, Todd Donnelly, who's of Mr. Myers fame. They played a set early in the evening, and then later on, Eric Monska, who's a professional drummer in Chicago. He's a Sycamore High School alum, I believe in 1985, I think I heard. He's played on like Blue Note albums, you know, and the other people too. Larry Gray is phenomenal bass player, legend in Chicago, and John McClain, who I believe used to play with Kurt Elling. So just phenomenal musicians came out to play. So wonderful. We've already started a little bit of the planning for next year, for 2026. You know, please keep your ears and eyes out. We've got some great ideas, and that's in Blooming Gardens, and it's going to be in February of sometime of next year, most likely. So we will be having, you'll be getting some information on a mattress fundraiser coming up, and also, you know, Give DeKalb County. So if you have any questions about those, please, you know, check in with Sycamore Music Boosters, which I believe it's, and you can find them on Facebook very easily. And I'm drawing a blank whether it's .com or .org, but it's sycamoremusicboosters.com, I think. .com. Thank you. Thank you. So, just having a little moment there, senior moment. So anyway, for our next piece, I would like to welcome back to the stage the very fine student teacher and conductor, Mr. Andrew Stover, to conduct a fire dance. those of you who are football fans, that music sounds very suspiciously like, this has been a presentation of the National Football League. Like at the very ends, and then they're on all the networks. And we listened to that. Was it pretty close, guys? Yeah. Do you think somebody owes somebody some copyright money? Yeah, it's pretty close. So maybe I'll share that with parents just for fun. So anyway, any lawyers out there, you might have an opportunity. Okay, sorry. Anyway, this last song, I think epic pieces just sort of lend themselves to middle school. They like playing epic songs. That tune's that word's a little bit old. I mean, kind of like Sigma's old, only it's older than that, epic. So, but this piece, is it Sigma? It's not that. Okay. I shouldn't have started that. Okay. But anyway, before we play our last song, again, I want to thank Mr. Garrison Spencer, doing a phenomenal job on tuba here. I want to thank Mr. Andrew Stover. I want to thank my colleagues, Katie Cooper, who did 5th grade band director and South Prairie music teacher, who's done a phenomenal job of getting these students to us and so well trained and everything. I want to thank our wonderful leadership team at Sycamore Middle School, Mr. Mark Ekstrom, Mr. Justin Hames, and Mr. Justin Drennan, for being so supportive of what we do here. We're celebrating a big SEL day tomorrow, social and emotional learning. Music, I think, is one of the best ways of bringing those sorts of skills, those sort of life skills to students. We choose to do something and we choose to do it well. We work together in a multi-gender situation. It's not just a bunch of guys getting together. It's young women and young men getting together to work on creating something that is special. They learn how to work together in small groups, as in a larger group. They learn so many life skills. They're going to help them be productive citizens as they go on, beyond music. I mean, I love music for music, but I also love it for all the things that it taught me, the discipline, and caring about doing something well. So again, I want to thank you parents for doing such a wonderful job of allowing your students to participate in this activity so they can learn these life skills that are going to help them be wonderful adults. Thank you. Okay, so enough of me talking. Now for some wonderful epic story. This is The Lord of the Rings, selections from the movie. Okay. Before we dismiss the students, first off, I'd recommend staying here, parents. We'll send the students out to you. We need all the percussionists, and I'll take any other help as well. The high school students very kindly move stuff out here for us. We need to move it back in there for them so they can start class on time tomorrow. So part of being a percussionist. So yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll let these guys go ahead, probably back row. We'll go ahead and head out. We'll do it reverse of how we did it. Let them go. So again, thank you so much for making music an important part in your children's lives. Thank you for coming out tonight, and have a great evening. Take care. Bye-bye.